I feel like I'm seeing a dangerous trend in relationships. It seems like in at least half of relationships, there's a bad habit going on where we either overlook our spouse's hurts or we bury our own. Which one are you potentially guilty of? Do you feel like all they do is nag you? They're always complaining. They're always asking you to do something different, and sometimes you just ignore it because you just don't want to fight about it, or you're tired of feeling like the bad guy. Or do you feel the resentment building and you've asked them nicely in 100 different ways to treat you a little different, or love you a little different, help out with the kids or the mutual chores, or prioritize the connection and the closeness in the relationship. But you're tired of asking. You're tired of begging someone to love you in the ways that you feel loved most, that you've already described to them over and over. And you don't talk about this very much, but there's a whole lot of unresolved hurt and pain and resentment in you, isn't there? I'm just warning all of us, myself first on that list, that kills relationships. Conflict is normal and natural, but the way we handle it determines everything. What happens during and after conflict determines whether we repair and reconnect, or whether the distance and disconnection grows between us even further. So how do we make sure that that's not our marriage? Well, we ask. One way we can make sure we're not overlooking our spouse's hurts is we ask. It's that simple. You ask, do you feel like I'm overlooking your hurt? Do you feel like I'm a safe place where you can bring things up to? If you don't care about whether or not you're a safe place, then I can't help your relationship from ending, because that's the only destination for that mentality. And then we have to ask ourselves, are we burying our own hurts? Either because we're convinced that they don't care, or that it's just going to end in a fight, or because we don't feel safe to be vulnerable with someone who only hurts us. And you might be right. Either way, a relationship simply can't thrive in that environment. So if you're into your relationship surviving, you have to realize that threat for what it is. Now, does that mean your spouse is the enemy? No, not always. It means we have to fiercely protect our marriages, sometimes from outside threats, sometimes from ourselves, and sometimes from our spouses. The moment your spouse starts exhibiting destructive behaviors, we have to get help, or else destructive patterns will do exactly what they're designed to do: destroy. That was me. I was putting my marriage on a path towards destruction. And thankfully, after talking with a counselor, my eyes were opened to what I was doing wrong and what I needed to change. And that made all the difference. And I want that for both of you as well.